Well, France's President Emmanuel Macron is on a three-day visit to Burkina Faso, Ghana and Ivory Coast. The aim is at boosting cooperation in education, the digital economy and migration. Now, Macron met with regional leaders, but also was confronted with protests against him, ashore of the hostility that still lingers after decades of an often tense France-Africa relationship. For more on Macron's visit to Africa, I'm joined by Bagassi Koura of VOA's French service. Bagassi, welcome to Africa 54.
Hi.
Now, first we know it always looks like it's a ritual. Every French president, yearly or as soon after being elected, has to go to Africa. But it looks like increasingly there's a lot of hostility. What's going on? What's going on with the former French colonies?
Yeah, it looked like, yeah, you're right. The newest generation feel like most of the problem today, whether it's the economy with France CFA, whether it's the political situation where they think France has stood by many of the strong men for years, and they think much of the problem come from France, and that at some point Africa need to cut its tie with colonialism and imperialism.
And we see this as a strong push from mostly the young people. Is there any effort by these former French colonies to kind of disconnect themselves with France, or at least reduce the influence of France in the country?
What was interesting today, Macron stopped by the largest university in Burkina, where he had basically, after his speech, a town hall meeting with students. And it was very challenging for him because people, push him to say, look, we don't want your France CFA. And increasingly he said, no, it's not me, it's your president who is sitting here. After this speech, after this town hall, he can just declare, I'm done with France CFA, and I will be supporting him for that. Really? Yeah. French military, you ask me, what are they doing in the Sahel? Well, we are trying to help you guys, because we remember in 1914, African soldiers were in France helping also. So this is a history. We cannot just sit here and just decide to be disconnected. But whatever you guys decide, we're going to help you. I'm not here to give you lessons. I'm here to see how we can partner. We're going to push Europe to give more, to allow more students who studied in France.
So we see a disconnect between the older generation and the new generation. Yes. So does it look like the current political leaders have the willingness to kind of reduce that French influence?
It's really tough, because they still don't have economic leverage, to turn their back to French overnight. Everything like tomorrow. No, this afternoon, Macron is going to a ceremony opening the largest solar panel station in West Africa. It's been financed and built by French engineers and French money. So it's really hard for government in West Africa to say, no, we are done with France, because they don't have, they are not strong economically.
Muscle, yeah. So, maybe the future, perhaps they will develop other linkages with other countries.
It's a good start.
It's a good start. Bagassi, thank you very much for sharing with us those insights. Well, that's Bagassi Koura, VOA's French service.